Okay. Okay, okay. Where's my... There we go. I am cold because my AC is running like crazy and I can't figure out a good solution around that because my other room is really warm and this room's freezing cold. So it is what it is. But hey, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Um, yeah. So, also, I don't like this. Why am I getting this noise? Is it because my mic position? Sorry, that's probably very irritating, but I'm just trying to figure out why that sound's coming through. Because I thought I had ESR turned on. Amount 50%, 50%, 50%. Oh, I see what's going on here. I'll turn it to 60%, 70%, 70. We'll do 70%. Maybe I'll tilt the mic a little bit to the side like this. I don't know. Trying a new mic position. Don't know if it's going to be any good here. Open all of my boxes. Open all my boxes. Here we go. Oops. I don't know what that is. I accidentally equipped it. Didn't mean to do that. Let's check queue times real fast. 3 minutes. That sounds very quick. We're going to do that anyway, and I'm going to warm up. I'll main queue.
Voice chat may be recorded to investigate and verify reports of disruptive behavior.
Okay.
Someone needs to fill this out.
Double kill.
I'm really feeling the heat.
Probably complain that it's way too warm in here in like 5 minutes from now. That's usually what happens. Okay, also I'm not supposed to be shooting these bots. That's not what the purpose of this warm up is. This is just kind of
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Minor pack unlocked.
actually wait, I kind of wanted to try the other one.
You tangled with the
Double,
wrong man.
triple kill.
It's a
Quadruple,
bone orchard out
quintuple
here.
kill.
Quit making
Double,
yourself an easy
triple kill.
target.
Quadruple, quintuple kill. Major pack unlocked. Double, triple kill. Quadruple, quintuple kill.
It's fine, let's finish warming up.
I'm the last one you'll ever face. Have a
Double
nice day.
Somehow this exercise, oops, helps me.
Bullseye.
Like, just from doing this, my Ash felt a lot better the other day.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Now, who's next?
Minor
Be keeping the
perk unlocked.
change.
Oh my gosh. And the other option was what? Coach gun?
Ready money.
I mean, it's like a kind of impressive attack speed game. But there's also some like recoil in here. And the damage really sucks.
Tell the devil I said
Double
howdy. Hey, catch!
What? I got the shield.
Unlocked. Double, triple kill.
Don't all volunteer at once now.
Double kill.
Something out of there. Busy work.
Double kill. Double kill.
That's true. I was thinking this perk wouldn't be that great, but I guess this perk is pretty good for tank busting.
Double kill.
Right?
Vengeance is all I have left.
Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Minor perk unlocked.
Will be a warning. Unerring
Double
precision.
kill. Triple kill. Quadruple kill. Quintuple kill.
Oh, this is good.
Double kill. Triple kill.
They crumble
Quadruple
like
kill.
ash before me.
Quintuple kill. Sextuple kill. Double kill.
My arrows
Triple
fly
kill.
true.
Double kill. Triple kill. Quadruple kill.
How's that
Quintuple
calamity?
kill. Double kill. Triple kill.
As fierce in
Quadruple
death
kill.
as I was in life.
Double kill. Triple kill. Quadruple kill. Quintuple kill. Sextuple kill.
To the earth. All of them. A
Double
well-trained
kill.
shot.
Triple kill. Quadruple kill.
Let me also double check that my stream title's right. The game's not right. There we go.
I aim to devastate. Now I truly feel
Double
alive.
Triple kill.
My web goes
Quadruple
heavy.
kill. Minor perk unlocked.
Yeah, after 5 I get an upgrade.
Pitiful.
Double kill. Triple kill. Quadruple kill. Quintuple kill.
And 6 more. Huh. Scope shots reduce grappling hooks cooldown. Venom mine. Hmm.
A fatal aroma. Je me sens vivante.
Double kill. Triple kill.
One
Quadruple
after
kill.
another.
Quintuple kill. Double kill. Triple kill.
Perfect.
Double kill. Double kill.
Longest 3 minutes of my life. Wait, I'm not in queue. Now it's 2 minutes. Why did I think I was in queue this whole time? Whatever.
내가 해봐. 시와 오도즈래요. Watch your next move. I'm on fire.
Double kill. Minor path unlocked.
Guided by the wind.
Double kill.
How foolish.
Select a map.
Watch, it's gonna be Runascapi. Runasapi. Oh, so close.
Select your hero.
Moira.
Choose hero bands.
Moira Lucia with Doomfist? I don't know, I'm gonna ban Moira anyways.
Warning. You're voting to ban your teammate's preferred hero.
Arriving at Conseil.
Plat 3 to Diamond 2. This is gonna be a terrible game. Is our guy definitely going Reaper? I don't know. I can start Tracer too. Might be better to play with Zoom. I'm not really sure.
It's time to save the world.
I hope they put up a fight.
Five, four, three.
Is that stadium mode? No, this is normal. I literally have not touched Overwatch since You Know What came out. Stadium? what's the You Know What? I actually don't know what. No, Rivals. Oh. That's funny. No, this is just a push map. Gas on the left. Hey, look. Our dive tank died because we have rush supports. How did I know that was going to happen?
From advancing.
out for the Genji. Someone help you with Genji? Oh, sorry. And he's trying to climb over. Genji low? I didn't jump on this Juno. Life Weaver low? Dude, my entire team sucks.
Good job, Reaper. 99 damage. Almost 100.
Enemy forward spawn.
Of course, my Myro is the first person to complain about it. Jump on their backline with me, Doom. Pick on Juno? Oh, it blinked right into that stupid wall. I mean, sometimes I'm not super keen on spending money on 2 games like this. Also, Overwatch addiction was really bad. Your Rivals addiction isn't as bad.
Team kill.
What am I supposed to do, dude? Plat 3 to Diamond 2. I'm the Diamond 2.
The enemy is pushing their barricade.
I got Pulse Bomb here. Genji 1, Genji 1. Jesus.
The enemy is pushing their back.
We literally haven't stopped this payload once. Leave her low in the back. Leave her low.
Very effective.
That's both their supports out. Are perks part of normal play now? Yeah. Actually, I think I took the wrong one. I wasn't paying attention. Genji antied.
Dim as the night.
Approaching final destination.
Genji first? Moira, no fade. Cast, no flash. Genji anti? I gotta jump on the supports. Hazard's gonna catch up to me soon. Cass going up the stairs. Wire no fade. Pick on Moira. Jesus.
Thank you.
Trying really hard.
In the desert, the cheetah lives for 3 years, and the camel. In the desert, help me!
Yeah, you are. Oh, I missed the door. Weaver low, Weaver low.
Enemy forward spawn room activated.
Pick on the Cass. Why is our tank only going after their tank? Try to focus their backline more. Their supports aren't really that great. They have Tracer now? No more Cass. Tracer Genji.
Enemy forward spawn room deactivated.
Weaver low. Forgot that that recall buff gives me extra bullets, and I tried to reload, and there was nothing to reload. Oh, I just got recall too. Nice, good pick on the Weaver. 30 seconds. So 30 seconds we push 1 meter. Genji low. We're gonna have to touch soon. Wire no fade.
We're almost done. Don't leave the robot.
This better be a consolation when I inevitably lose this game.
We're making progress. Let's stay with it. Over here.
Screwed up my blanks. Oof. Tracer low, no recall. Pick on Tracer. I have Pulse Bomb. I'm like 1 HP literally. Oh, all I had to do was blink and punch her. Moira's low.
GGWP. Match. Close game. GG. Not sure why I'm in a flat 3 lobby. Wow, nice May.
Play of the game.
You're my fault. My brother, that was a great game from you.
I have 26,000 peg points. What are you gonna do with all those peg points? Not a lot of follow up with the team. I know. That drops me into Diamond 3. Ugh, Plat 3 to Diamond 2. That shouldn't even have been... That shouldn't even be real. That shouldn't be possible. Right? That's a wide match. Oh, I'm Diamond 3. That's why. I'm not Diamond 2. I'm Diamond 3. I was thinking that I was Diamond 2.
Choose your map. Select your hero. Select heroes to ban.
Also, I literally lose every game that there's a Moira on my team. It's terrible. No clue. I don't have any clue either. I have a peg point. Maybe you can sell them on eBay. Start up a little side business, a little side hustle.
Welcome to Junkertown.
I don't know, maybe I needed to be on a different DPS that game. Defense. Little red. I really wish I had the Fei skin, the Fei Fong Wong skin for Ash. Why?
No. No.
I was like, is this the guy I was bullying last game? It wasn't. Endorse that guy for swapping. My Doomfist was trying his hardest. No, look at that. He helped me out after pulling me back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop.
Sound like they also have an Ash. Burning on top. Sorry, low. Soldier burning on top. Sorry, sleeping on point. Burning on point. Get this Kiriko in the back. Thank you, love you, Anna. Ash headshot on coast. Apparently we had the both same idea. Marissa, I need a fucking tank.
No one can hide from my sight.
Life protects life.
Of course he's not in a
The
voice.
best of me.
Someone's grouped up with this guy, right?
Unable to invite players to your group while they are in competitive play.
I need our tank to like make space. I got Bob here. No Sizu? Got for Helix Rocket. Nice, good dive. Zarya can die. Gotta get Ana first. The pick on the Ana, they have no supports. Thank you. Soldier 1 HP. My Widow's gotta do something. My Widow has gotta do something.
Let's get back in the saddle.
They keep putting me in these games with all these like way lower ranked people. This is like really difficult. Zara low. Soldier low? He got out. No Suzu? Hey, Nano Zarya.
Stay out of my way. Feel better?
No Suzu?
My ultimate is on. There's one here. Here it comes.
Kiriko burning? Soldier top.
Here they are. Get ready.
Watch here.
My ultimate is ready. Join me. Enemy here. Bob, do something. Dang it, Bob. Kira beam. My ultimate is ready. Join me.
Visor top. No Suzu? They're behind a shield, trying to break the shield.
Coals are red hot. My ultimate is ready.
They have a Reaper now. No Wraith.
There's one here. Thank you kindly. She's gonna blow. Enemy spotted. Ready.
Pig on the Ana. They have Zarya again.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Burning.
Over there. Enemy here.
No sleep dart.
Stick it out and we take this home.
Soldier headshot. Zarya's nanoed. Jesus.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I am strong. No one can.
Oh, my widow got a pick.
Now to show 'em that I mean business.
Your Ash is coming back. Oh, it's just you, a widow.
Group up with me. Kokoyo.
We should have time to group, I think. At least wait for a monkey. Okay. Soldier on hype.
What's that?
Soldier burning.
Do something. There's one here.
Get this Kiriko on top, widow.
Stay out of my way. Over there. Here it comes.
I have no idea. Oh, Reaper's pushing it.
Enemy here. Leave this debt unpaid.
Jesus. What does my perk do?
Score.
Oh, hitting 2 consecutive scope shots on a target deals 25 extra damage. I thought it was 2 consecutive critical hits. I thought I had to headshot them twice. That's actually a lot better.
I only exist for pressure TBH. You guys doing all the work.
Only exists for pressure. Is he putting any pressure on them? Like Kiriko's straight up contesting this guy. Oh, this guy's not gonna hit me. It's fine.
1. Attack commencing. Stop the payload.
I'm the last one you'll ever cross. Enemy spotted! There's one here! She's gonna blow! Enemy here!
Soldier on the low ground.
There's one here!
Keeper behind, watch out, keeper behind.
Watch here!
Soldier in the alley too. Careful. Break bubble.
Let's not leave this dead unpettered.
On a low on cart.
What's here?
That must sting you.
There's one here!
Soldier just jumped off.
Enemy here!
Did he go no TP?
Over there! There's one here!
Nice sleep on Bastion. He's anti. Got him.
Have a nice day. There's one here! Can't handle the heat.
Love you so much, Anna.
You're powered up. Let's get in there.
Line 'em up!
This is Zarya. Yeah.
Thanks.
From my sight.
Enemy spotted! Dynamite! Let's get the payload going. Enemy in sight. Okay. Keep an eye
I might play height when we get around the corner here. Yeah, yeah. Keep the cart moving.
over there.
Kiriko no Suzu.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Barrier activated.
Are they giving up? Zarya's gonna touch. Break bubble killer.
GG.
GG guys.
GGS.
What? That play, dude. I just no scoped everybody. What? My Ana's a champion, and I take back everything I said about my tank.
Straight bozo DPS left half OF the game. Avoid his ass. So y'all allergic to high. Yeah, my last game I had flat 3 players.
Jeez. Man, that looks so good. What? Okay. What is carpaccio? We're gonna look this up, Eris. Carpaccio. Have you ever had carpaccio? Carpaccio. Oh, beef carpaccio.
So Nathan wanted to know why his beef carpaccio didn't taste as good as a home as it does in the restaurant. This is one of those super simple dishes that requires every component to be the best you can buy.
Did he put anything on that meat, or he just cut it and rolled it? Oh my days.
Hollywood only.
Doesn't really tell me anything. Beef carpaccio. I don't know. Probably play a hash.
Choose heroes to ban.
Yeah, I get down with that mercy ban.
Welcome to Hollywood. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
I'm the last one you'll ever cross.
Whatever awaits us.
We're gonna look at some recipes after this.
Asia.
I just covered up my chat.
Been a while.
Beef carpaccio. A lot of people talking about beef carpaccio. I feel like every time I see carpaccio, it's
This looks
seafood.
like a team that gets into trouble. Good thing I came along.
I mean, there's both. Just wondering why.
This is the best Orisa map in the game.
5, 4,
Is that
3,
so?
2, 1. Attackers
Watch this.
incoming. Defend objective A.
I got a Widowmaker. Widow burning on the inside.
This town just ain't big enough. Enemy here. Enemy in sight. Enemy spotted. Those swine off the objective.
Queen low.
See.
All of them. Over there.
thought she hooked up, but she didn't. She's on cart. She's low. Sights up. Almost at Bob.
Who's next? My first rodeo. Certainly not my last.
Queen low. They have Sombra now? Instead of Widow? The pick on the Freya. Oops. Zen burning in choke. I don't think anybody plays this game anymore, man. All my games are like this. Zen burning. Oh my gosh.
Stop the payload.
Take the mega, take the mega. Nice.
I'm about to pitch a fit.
Checking in.
There's one here.
Damn it. My bad, I staggered myself. Actually, no, I caught the respawn wave with Monkey.
My ultimate is charging. Let's get back in the saddle.
67 ult. They're gonna have a hack for Bob, so try to pressure out the Sombra. I don't have it yet though, so we got some time. Freya was low. Take on the Freya.
Hacker get hacked.
Sombra low. I'm gonna Bob out for a stall here. Good pick on Weaver. I gotta wait for Discord. Zem burning in the back. Their Weaver's swapping? I don't know what he's swapping to.
I don't take kindly to being knocked down.
Good pick on Sombra.
Got you.
They have Malga now on the inside. Freya 1 HP.
I need that.
Have my thanks.
30 seconds remaining.
Nice, good round.
Score 0-1.
This part is the best monkey map.
Switching sides.
I've heard it's the best Hillary map. Team. I heard this map sucks equally for all heroes. It's the best freak map. Freaky wood.
I'm the last one.
Going on attack. You want
They
H3D.
say you're a good shot. Hope you don't mind that I'm better.
Odato.
I know more than anyone that a head that big is an easy target.
What's freakier than building a wall?
How far is it to Malibu?
Building a wall with spikes. Building a wall with popsicle sticks?
Weather
You get it.
report?
Oh.
Lots of sun.
LOL. Emma eat Emma up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
You have a Pharah? And Bastion. Pharah down? Ah, I got stuck in the slow goo.
OFC you go Bastion here.
I ain't a quitter.
It's the best Bastion map.
This guy. Ah, he got pulled out. No sleep dart? Far low. Far still alive in the back. Ah. Might have to go Echo. I think Bastion, I think Zen's still a good pick, yeah. Diva's really good here. Is Diva banned?
Yet.
Oh, damn. That's probably why he's on Pharah and Bastion. Bastion 1, Bastion 1. Almost at Bob. Pick on the Pharah and push up with Bob here. Oh, Bastion's still up top. Bastion's still up top. I come back on Echo here.
I'm always ready to learn.
30 seconds
We're on Kiriko now. Still Pharah.
Spotted.
Pick on the Pharah. Not gonna die here. On a half. On top. Pharah's back. There's just Orisa and Soldier alive on our team. Where's my soldier?
My thanks. I thank you.
They're on double hit scan now. Soldier Ash. I'll play out clone. I'm at 88%.
Enemy in sight.
Pick on soldier.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Ash.
That's their soldier's gonna be back soon actually. The soldier's back now. It just came outdoor.
Adjusting 60 seconds remaining.
I'm the last one you'll ever cross.
Bora. You off. Take top. That's what my BF said.
Ash is on the far high ground. Nice pick on soldier.
Dead as a doornail.
You really need a scope to do that?
GGS.
Nice. Good job, guys.
GGWZ. As I said,
Way closer than it had to be.
GG. This is the best Orisa map. That's why you lost. Match. GG. Say thank you, Ash. Chemist LMAO. Nice tank. GGS. Thank you, Ash. This map is just URS. 18 to 14.
Say thank you, Ash. Thank you, Ash. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Dude, that was so stressful. I'm gonna play support. What time is it? 10 p.m. I'm gonna play support. That was a stressful game. Okay, let's look up carpaccio.
Beef carpaccio is something you might have only had at the restaurants, but I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make at home. My beef carpaccio is finished off with a little bit of a tangy sauce, and I'm going to start by making that. The base is mayonnaise. I'm not going through the trouble of making my own mayonnaise here. We're going to start with just a little bit of mayonnaise into a food processor, and then a lot of fresh lemon, so a couple tablespoons here, and then a little bit salty with a couple anchovies. A pinch of garlic powder, and then a good crack of black pepper. That's it. Now you just whiz it up.
I bet you
Run it
can
thin
swap
like
out
this so
that
it
mayo
drizzles over the
for
beef
Greek
easily.
yogurt.
This really is the epitome of a no-cook meal because we are using our beef raw. Before you slice it, you need to freeze it for about 30 minutes to an hour just to get a little bit firm. To do that, wrap it tightly in plastic so that it holds its shape, put it in the freezer, and that's it. Mine's been freezing for about 45 minutes. It's just firmed up a little bit along
Is
the
raw
outside.
beef?
Look at that. That's beautiful. In my opinion, the best cut to use for a carpaccio is the beef tenderloin. It's just the most tender, it's easy to slice, it's the perfect size. Sometimes people are a little bit weary of just slicing the meat and eating it just like this, but I'm telling you, if you know your meat is of the highest quality, which this is, you can just go straight in. If you're a little skeptical, you can season and barely sear the outside before you slice it. That's the way a lot of restaurants do it, but I'm going all natural today. This is super cold on the outside. Get yourself a really sharp knife and slice it as thin as you possibly can. And then you want to do this just before serving. So you can prep your sauce ahead of time, but the key is for it to stay really cold. Next, you want to pound
You're not
each
supposed to
slice
cut into
very
frozen
lightly
food.
between two pieces of plastic. You want your carpaccio literally so thin that you can almost see through it. See, you can almost see through it. A little bit goes a long way, so this really isn't a super expensive way to make something really elegant and nice. I mean, it's as easy as that. Now we just put it all together. I'm gonna serve this on a chilled plate, so I just keep this in the fridge right before I build it. You wanna keep everything nice and cold the whole time so there's never any kind of, safety concerns. So here's how you build it. Arrange our beef along the bottom. I like adding arugula to the top because it really helps build that perfect bite because you've got that kind of, really earthy taste with that meat. I'm gonna give it a little toss with some olive oil, salt and pepper, a little drizzle of our sauce. And then there are two more elements that are traditional in carpaccio. Capers and Parmesan cheese. I like to shave it for perfect size bits. One more little crack of pepper. She's a beaut. You can eat it just like this, or it's also great to serve it with some crusty bread. When it comes to digging in, it is essential for you to build the perfect bite. Capers, cheese, greens, and sauce. That's how it's done. So tender. The arugula and the sauce just kind of make it. Beef carpaccio.
That looks so good. That looks so good. Oh my god, that looks so good. That made me hungry. That looks so good.
Select your hero. Choose hero bands.
Wait, what map is it again? Oh, Flashpoint. Actually, for Flashpoint, I'll do Brig.
Breaking me down just builds me up. Stay close to me and I'll keep you safe.
Oh, piano doesn't work?
We're here to be heard.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
One. Initial flashpoint. Station.
This is a cool looking map.
I got you.
Flashpoint unlocks intensity.
Enemy here.
Watch out for Sim on the left here.
Let me help you with that. I could protect you. Enemy over here. I see one.
Can't see you guys below us.
Helping you recover.
Hope you're on.
We're outnumbered. Careful. Blade is here.
we gave up high ground there.
Unable to invite players to your group while they are in competitive play. Player already in a group. Player already in a group.
That's
Player
not
already in
gonna
a
stop
group.
me.
Unable
Oh,
to
we're
invite
with the
players to your
3
group while
stack.
they are in competitive play.
The other guys are grouped up.
Group up with me. Let me take care of this for you. Taking heavy fire. Helping you recover.
No recall?
Nano boost administered.
Zarya's really low. I got a pack on her. Rig on height.
They got 50.
Yeah, they're gonna get back fast all game because they got that sim. Almost at rally.
Probably all press Q.
Oh no! I booped right into it. She was so low too. It's just you for heal, Anna.
Sweat. Just try again.
No, I can't touch this.
All packed up. Special delivery.
Station lost. Next flashpoint started.
I'll see you at the next point.
Crisp on the right.
Here. Over there. Let me help you.
Oh.
Enemy over here. Sending care your way.
I actually never played this map. I have rally if we need.
Come on. I'm on it. Marking satellite vector. Looking better already.
Ah. Unfortunate. Juno low. That's their rally. That's big.
We'll do better if we work together. Push them off the point.
Mom is here. Lucky you.
Focus on attack on objective. Eyes on a target.
Here, take this. Enemy here.
Rest of looking for pole?
She used it last fight. My shield's broken. Thank you.
That's not gonna stop me. They have superior numbers.
You're gonna lose that one too.
Looking better already.
Loss. Next
Team.
flashpoint. Resort.
Feel more we win.
Pound on that next point. Let me help you with that. Enemy over here. Shield buckling.
No recall? High noon.
Enemy here. Looking better already.
Tracer on the right. Fuck. Sorry. She's dodged every single one of my shield bashes.
I'll try a different approach.
Come to my position.
Here, take this.
Ready to deploy. Nanoboost administered.
We got him where we want him.
Fucking satellite vector. Team red. Let me take care of that for you. Over here. I need healing.
I'm reloading. Over there. Over there.
The fight's coming to us.
I'm under fire. Let me help you with that. Shield's under fire. Over there. Over there.
She's dead. I can't get over there.
I see one. Get that.
This is great. We just gave up every point.
Tactical visor activated.
Match.
Hang on.
GG.
Meteor strike.
GG.
North's finest. Or North's worst. North's least finest.
Sacred.
Oh, that was a waste of time. Oh no, I dropped from D2? From D1. Oh no, I was almost D1. That's rough. Oh, we're gonna hop off. I'm listening, but I'm at work, so I'm not always typing. That's fine. Carpaccio, that looks good. That looks really good. This is supposed to be raw meat then?
I'm gonna show you all how to make beef carpaccio. Start out with a good quality filet, cut it against the grain, and cover it with parchment paper. Then flatten it out with your tool of choice. Next, place your beef on a plate and cover it with olive oil, adding lemon zest, parmesan, seasoned greens, chives, pepper, more parmesan, lemon juice, an edible flour, and buttery croissant toast.
Hmm.
Did you know that lemons can cook meat?
I'll be right back.
Ingredients. Create a base of salt, pepper, and lemon. Lay thinly cut beef, freshly squeezed lemon juice. After 20 minutes, add arugula salad. Salt it, a scrunch of pepper, a drizzle of olive oil, and
Scrunch of
finally,
pepper.
Parmigiano shavings. And whisper, "I
Parmigiano
love you."
shavings.
Just gorgeous.
I want to watch
Did
it
you
again.
know that lemons can cook meat? Ingredients. Create a base of salt, pepper, and lemon. Lay thinly cut beef, freshly squeezed lemon juice. After 20 minutes, add arugula salad. Salt it, a scrunch of pepper, a drizzle of olive oil, and finally, Parmigiano shavings. And whisper, "I love you." Just gorgeous.
I love you. I guess I have to.
Spin down, bash it out. It's a kind of a fillet of a beef. You can ask your butcher actually to fantastic fillet
I don't know. I'm not really keen on eating lemon juice beef.
of a beef.
I don't know.
I have fantastic.
It sounds like it's farting when he's
Here,
taking it out of the wrapper.
fantastic. Kind of a carpaccio.
Am I crazy?
Nah, this is such a simple
Is it?
dish.
I've never had it before.
Carpaccio is the
My friend was telling me like, oh yeah, I made carpaccio the other day. Hold on, we gotta listen to this fart noise again. I gotta confirm that my ears are crazy.
Carpaccio is the tenderness.
Carpaccio.
Here,
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a fart.
fantastic.
Definitely sounds like a fart.
You can ask your
Sorry.
butcher actually to put it down. Don't actually have to really bash it out. It can be very hard, very, very thin. Here,
Okay, the reason I was rewinding it because I want to know what type of meat he's using.
kind of a carpaccio. Now, this is such a simple dish. Carpaccio is the tenderness. Here, I have fantastic fillet of a beef. You can ask your butcher actually to thin down. Don't actually have to really bash it out. It can be very hard, very, very thin.
You can also make it with
Behind
fish.
me, on my side, I have a fantastic mix of salads. I've got nice celery. I've got fantastic lemons. I'm here in Amalfi Coast, my hometown. So how can I not make it with a lemon? Piece of a Parmesan cheese.
He's got a weird Italian, Australian, British, I don't know what kind of accent. I can't understand what he's saying. Jacques Pepin? I've seen it done with fish. I feel like it's usually done with fish, probably because we don't like serving raw meat in this country.
And this is American Master at home. So here I'm going to do a carpaccio with beef, and of course there I'm buying the best possible, which is the fillet of beef. This is about 5, 6 ounces at the most. For 2 people, you know, like 2.5, 3 ounces per person is not a nice serving. I would put that on a piece of plastic wrap like this. Another piece of plastic wrap on top to pound it. To pound it, you want to pound it pretty thin, but if you don't have this, I use the back of a little skillet. It's perfectly fine too. I do this, sometimes I lift it up because sometimes you pound it and the piece of the top here goes underneath so it doesn't extend anymore. Okay, so that's with the salt and pepper probably. And you have to be generous with the salt and pepper, probably close to a quarter of a teaspoon per person. So here, that will be
Also, I found out recently that generally it's okay to eat raw farmed salmon
1 portion.
because farmed salmon doesn't have parasites because salmon farms don't feed their fish parasites.
A little dash again.
So it's like more food safe than wild caught salmon, actually.
On top, pepper. And what I would do now, if I had to do a dozen of this, I would put a piece of plastic wrap on top, pound another one on top, on top, on top. I would pile it up like that and leave it in my refrigerator until I'm ready to serve it. Then when I'm ready to serve it, I would put the garnish in it. You know? That's about the best way to do that. You do that with fish as well, doing it ahead like this. And even if you don't use plastic wrap, you can do it with this, but at that point, like fish or meat, you have to wet it. You wet it to pound it, otherwise it tends to crush. The garnish, I'm going to put a little piece of garlic here, about half a clove of garlic, very finely chopped, into a puree here.
I like how all of his knives look like they're from the dollar store.
About 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Yeah, 1 tablespoon per person. Then I have scallion. I would have here. Of course, you could put onion. You could put, and you could garnish it with pickled onion. Okay. That would.
It looks like, yeah, this is a pretty nothing dish.
Beef carpaccio is an Italian dish usually served as a starter or for lunch. You can get pretty creative with what you top your beef carpaccio with, but at its roots, it is thinly sliced raw beef. Where I'm from is kids were sort of taught that red meat should be cooked before eating for safety and health concerns. Carpaccio laughs in the face of all of that. If you're thinking about freaking out, please don't. I want to mention that raw meat has been eaten all over the globe for a very long time. The point is, if your beef is fresh and high quality, the chances of getting sick are very low. That being said, please do not go out and grab some mystery meat from the back of the freezer at your local grocery chain. It's definitely in your best interest for both flavor and safety to source some quality beef for this. I highly recommend serving carpaccio when it's warm outside with a nice crusty loaf of bread, and of course, if you're of age, some nice light red wine. Beef carpaccio starts with thin slices, so to make slicing easier, let the beef chill in the freezer for
Yo,
2
he's got the
hours.
dope cutting board.
It's a bit pricey, but filet mignon is my favorite cut for carpaccio.
I think it's a
So
Hasegawa.
it's not frozen solid, but it's
Maybe.
pretty...
I don't know.
Oh my god. So you can still see, like, it's still a little squishy here. The chill from the freezer is going to give the meat just enough firmness to make the cuts.
Oh
Use a
gosh.
sharp knife and go for about 1/8 of an inch per piece. It's okay if your slices are a little hefty. We're gonna pound these out flat anyways, but try your best to keep things thin. I like using filet for this because the meat is already super tendy, which is very important when serving something raw. No tough cuts here. So at this point, a lot of people will lay some plastic wrap down, grab a meat hammer, and sort of pound out the meat until it's super, super thin, but you don't really have to do that. Today, we're just gonna use minimal equipment, use what Zeus gave us, and pound the meat out with our hands.
What
and
Zeus
knives.
gave us.
Use the palm of your hand to gently bounce while slightly pushing the meat outwards. The idea is to flatten, spread, and tenderize the meat. This stuff is so tender you don't even need a meat mallet. A big tip here is to take it easy and don't hulk it on this step. Remember, the beef is already mega tendy, so any excessive roughhousing could smash and destroy the meat. Remember, just take it easy, take it easy. Remember, these are supposed to be thin slices, and there's wiggle room in that wording. I like my carpaccio on the heftier side of the thin scale, but you know, you do you. I feel that if carpaccio is too thin, it tends to be underwhelming, and too thick and it's a little too much, so just go for something with some oomph to it, but not quite beef medallion status. You're on the right track if you can see light through the beef. Cut enough buff to cover the plate that you're serving on. We want a nice thin layer of meat. This serving style is elegant, but it's also functional. A nice flat landing surface for the toppings is recommended. Okay, so at this point your beef is prepped. You can put some plastic wrap over it and keep it in the fridge for a couple hours if you want to get that part done ahead of time. As far as the topping goes, you can really put whatever you want on your carpaccio. It's very early spring here in Chicago, hardly spring at all, but I'm very stoked to start working with new produce. So here we just got some asparagus and some snap peas. At this stage, you can get as creative or stay as classic as you want with what you choose to top your potch with. It's classic to dress carpaccio with lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, some sort of a hard cheese, and arugula. But I like my carpaccio stacked tall and proud with veggies and other green stuff too. Think about flavor, color, texture, what's in season, what ingredients might complement the luscious red beef, and
Hi, what's up, bro? Yo, what's up,
you can add
Yoshi?
as much or as little of the topping as you want, but think of it like pizza. You don't want the entire dish to be topping, but you also want enough on there to see and taste it.
Oh, that's
Cool trick you can
asparagus.
do with asparagus is to use a vegetable peeler to slice them into sheets like that, then just toss them in an ice bath. The ice bath tightens the asparagus up, giving a crisp bite and curling them slightly. Just run them through a salad spinner after the fact to dry them off, and boom.
I was thinking about buying a salad spinner. How much are those?
Alright, veggies are prepped, finishing ingredients
Oh,
are
the
at the
Parmesan.
ready.
See, I have
We
Parmesan
now
cheese.
build, fam. Before we do anything, lay on some good olive oil, a nice textured salt with some crunch to it, capers, and capers are a must for me. I really love them. They provide a salty little pop of brininess, goes really nice with the beef. Then lastly, some fresh grated black pepper. This is our chance to season the beef. We want it to taste good before anything else goes on top, then on with the veggies. If you can't already tell, I like a substantial plate of carpaccio with plenty of colors, but you can also use less topping and decorate the plate like fine art if you're feeling like a fancy boy. Then it's on with our Parmesan.
Oh, that's how you peel it, with a regular peeler.
On the plate. The capers and the cheese are a must for me because they provide a certain saltiness that pairs very well with the fresh veggies and beef. Then finish her up with a bit more salt, pepper, and EVOO. Then just before serving, squeeze on a bit more of that lemon juice just to sort of wake everything up a little bit there. And that, mi amigos, is how I like my potch. A nice loaf of bread is a must. It doesn't matter what kind, but I really like a baguette because of the crunchy exterior and soft interior.
I mean, it looks pretty darn
I don't have a
good.
special story or a unique insight to every dish out there, but this one definitely hits home for me.
I don't know that I would
Growing
use
up,
my
mom and I used to walk this
carbon
little
steel
Italian
knife
spot
to
near
cut
our
through frozen
apartment.
food,
She would
though.
always get a nice glass of wine, maybe some pasta, and I would order the beef carpaccio with extra bread for my entree. We'd sit in a booth, talk about the day, hang out. The tables were also covered with paper, and the servers always let me borrow a pen to draw all over it, so that was pretty tight. By the end of dinner, the table would be a complete mess of breadcrumbs, olive oil, and whatever else a 10-year-old kid draws.
It does look really good on the
Replace with
bread.
a toothpick, maybe some hard candy.
Doesn't
I'd
that look
probably try to
good?
sneak a matchbook
Come
on
on,
my
Eris.
way
You gotta admit
out.
with the
walk
bread
home was
there.
always awesome. I'd always be super full and
It's making me
happy.
hungry,
Ever since
man. It
carpaccio
is a
was
very
my
simple
favorite
dish, though. Everyone's talking about beef, though. How do you do it with fish? Oh, this guy cooked it, I think.
The petite tender is a small, lean cut from the shoulder clod. I'm using Tyson's Open Prairie natural meats. I seared it and rolled it in herbs de Provence before semi-freezing and slicing for a carpaccio.
That
It
actually
is
looks pretty
tender
good,
and
too.
flavorful. A versatile cut of meat can be cooked on the
Is that
grill,
natto?
oven or pan roasted, smoked, or even sous vide. I'm serving it with pickled mustard seed,
Oh,
pickled
mustard
red
seed.
onion, rice chips, arugula, Kewpie mayo, and chili oil.
Carpaccio salmon. Is it raw salmon? That's what I want to figure out. It'd probably be pretty good with raw salmon, though. Yeah, it is raw salmon.
Hiro-san! Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are you? To you. I tried to phone call, but you guys can get it also delivered to your house in the U.S. Information down below. Check out the. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. All right, let's go. All other ingredients. Actually, I'm going to make the sauce, salt and pepper here, olive oil.
Yuzu.
Little bit of meeting.
That's interesting. Instead of lemon juice, yuzu.
Then also I'm going to use the orange, red onion, olive, mitzvah.
Red onion.
Okay.
Oh, he just slices the salmon really thin. That works. Oh, and he dices the onion.
Honey. Then cut into small. Just to sprinkle.
What is this? A yuzu? No. Orange.
Mitsuba leaf. I'm going to use just for this leaf.
Thumbs up, comment below, share.
This recipe is called
Oh, this
carpaccio
guy's
di
Italian.
salmone con pomodorini di collina, which is a salmon carpaccio. Carpaccio di salmone con pomodorini di collina, which is a salmon
Con
carpaccio
pomodorini with
served with
tomatoes.
cherry tomatoes. Now, carpaccio is a unique technique that everybody should know how to do it. And it's nothing more than slice a piece of meat or a piece of fish very, very thinly, and then you cure it or you marinate your own way. Now, in this case, I'm going to show you how to do a beautiful carpaccio of salmon. Now, the most important utensil that you're going to need to make the carpaccio is a very sharp knife. And your knife, if you can find one that is narrow and sharp, this is the most important utensil that you will need. And the way to do it is very, very simple. You just get your knife onto the salmon, okay? And you're just going to cut all the way down like that. And this is how you want your slice, okay? A thin slice, nice and easy, and then you're going to put on the plate. Now, I can understand that at some point, some of you, they're going to say, well, I'm not very good with knives. I'll tell you something. It doesn't matter if your slice is not perfect, because this is your recipe, and if it's a little bit thicker or if it's done in pieces, so let it be. Remember, the flavor
I like
is
this guy.
the most important thing in my carpaccio. And the other thing, you can always ask your fishmonger to do it anyway. And of course, by all means, you can do this recipe. Instead of using salmon, you can use tuna, or you can use a beautiful spigola, which is sea bass. It will work exactly the same. Now, I'm going to guarantee you that once you try this recipe, you will do it over and over again, because it's impressive, it's got plenty of flavor, and it's nice and light. Now, leave everything like that, and very simply, we're going to put a little bit of dried
Red
chili
pepper.
flakes on
Oh,
top.
chili flakes.
If you want, you can use fresh chili. And then we're going to put a little bit of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Just squeeze the lemon juice on top. And what is going to happen? The lemon is going to be what is going to make the salmon going in a completely different color and slightly cook it. So lemon juice. And now the other thing I'm going to do,
They say that it cooks the meat, but I don't think it cooks the meat.
which is the cherry tomato. Very simply, you just cut them in quarters, like this.
Oh.
And now what you want to do, you get your quartered cherry tomato and just squeeze them on top of the salmon. You want all the pulp of the
Seeds.
tomatoes to cover the salmon. And the reason why we do that, because the tomatoes are going to be nice and sweet. So they're going to have a great balance with the sharpness of the lemon juice. Okay, so once you've done that, cover with a little bit of cling film and leave it in the fridge, and in 20 minutes, the carpaccio is ready. My carpaccio is ready, and I got a little bit of crusty bread. So have a look at exactly what's happening. The color is slightly changed. Can you see here? Some of the salmon now is pale, some of it stays nice and pink. The last thing that we wanted to do, I got a little bit of oregano here. So what you do, just tear some of the fresh oregano leaves on top, and a little drizzle of good Italian extra virgin olive oil. Look at that. I can't wait to try. I got my breads, I got my salmon. Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
Oh. Mwah.
Welcome everyone to another Fishy Fried Kitchen, a great of salmon. Fantastic. Okay.
Ooh, with
Barry,
avocado.
You're going to cut the carpaccio, and
Okay.
I'm giving you
This
the
pressure.
example. So, you have your knife horizontally in one hand, and you take your other hand and you have it flat on the fish. And you move your knife forward and backwards to the end of the fin. If you could give me that cling foil.
Okay.
And this actually is also a bit the fun part.
Oh, is
of
this going to be the
making
bashy bit?
carpaccio. This is, yeah. You place it on here, brush a little bit of olive oil. 9 years shorter, right?
They do, yeah.
Meanwhile, perfect. A bit of olive oil, a bit of lemon, and with these, so 2 tablespoons of
Never
sour
saw fish.
Perfect.
Just wanted to keep doing it.
You unfold it again.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I mean, this came out looking good, I think, because they crushed it
Lemon zest.
after, but
And some lemon juice. Good.
Oh.
This is the subsistence.
There we go.
Oh,
I want to
very-
wear that,
wow.
like a tie or something. Happy with that.
Good. Brilliant.
Wow.
Great job. Beautiful cream. I have a bit of extra of lemon zest on it. Okay, so we have dill and
Dill,
salmon.
oh, I
So
love
maybe salt. We have some olive oil.
Dimensions to it already.
So there we go.
Okay.
So simple, but so delicious. And how
Salmon, a beautiful and versatile fish, just as good at home as it is in the best restaurants in the world. I'm taking this incredible fish through 3 levels of cooking: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. A technique I learned in a 2 Michelin star kitchen. Firstly, here's a method to cook perfect fish at home every time.
So I'm just going to season the fish all over. The way I like to do it personally is sear all 3 sides of the flesh very lightly, and then put it on the skin, finish it on the skin, turn the pan off, and let it rest on the skin so it goes really crispy. So I'm just going to start it flesh side down, and then just leave it on a medium heat. With our salmon, we're just going to do a really nice little garnish of some cherry tomatoes, new potatoes, and a few little green beans. So just nice and simple. Then I'm just going to touch the sides of the salmon, just about 20-30 seconds on each side there, just to sear it. This is very similar to the method which a lot of chefs use, which is the 90 to 10 method, where you cook your skin 90% of the way on the skin side and then just flash the other side. That's effectively what we're doing here, but we're not using an exact percentage, but the process is very, very similar. So just a little bit of color on each side, really simple. I've got some nice pre-boiled potatoes, just gonna cut those in half, a little bit of color on that other side, then onto the skin, and then just gonna turn the heat down slightly and just leave the salmon in the pan now. After about 2 minutes, I'm gonna turn the pan off and just leave the salmon to rest. Exactly the same as meat, you should always rest your fish. It won't have the same sort of bleeding out juices, but it will definitely release water and lose moisture if you just cook it and serve it straight away. So I'm just gonna leave that to rest in the pan now, turn the pan off, and I'm gonna put my cherry tomatoes in the same pan, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and just leave those to lightly blister in the residual oil in the pan. So while my salmon is resting in the pan, I'm just gonna take that off. I'm gonna pop another pan on the stove, good quality oil, a few green beans, which ours have already been blanched, but you could just boil them in boiling water and then place them straight into a pan like so. Medium heat just to warm through. Really good amount of pepper. Green vegetables love pepper. A little sprinkling of salt. And then just gonna warm those through really gently. Once they're warm, just take the pan off the heat and then we're gonna finish the potatoes. So the salmon we seared all the sides, then we put it onto the skin, giving it 2 to 3 minutes, turn the pan off and then just letting it rest in the pan, skin side down. Tomatoes we put in the same pan as well, just to blister and just slightly warm through. As you can see, the salmon skin is now lovely and crispy, and it's just going to continue to sort of dehydrate and caramelize while it's in the pan. To finish our potatoes with, so we've got a little bit of parsley and just a little bit of dill as well. Dill goes really well with the fish. We're going to drop our potatoes in there. In a knob of butter, again, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then if you want, you've got that sort of buttery, garlicky herb there. Just gonna give them a little shake nicely so they all cook around the world. It's renowned at the moment for not being that sustainable because there's a lot of people doing it. Worth mentioning about the salmon, obviously one of the most eaten fish around the world. It's renowned at the moment for not being that sustainable because there's a lot of people doing it very badly. This is Westeros salmon, line caught, small production, probably like the most sustainable salmon you can get. Obviously, the majority of people that are doing it badly is why salmon's getting a bad rep, but there is still some people doing it really well. And hopefully this continues to change in the industry so we get more beautiful suppliers like this. Level 2, cooking fish on papayot. So cooking fish basically in paper, in a paper bag. Just gonna make a nice little parcel. So it's gonna fold my paper in half and then fold that half in on itself until you have a nice even paper. Like so, and then fold them back on each other so you can get a nice little canoe shape when we're finished. Now on each end, I'm just going to tie it together, like so. Tie a nice little double knot, and then just going to do the same on the other side. Now we're making a little almost like dish for our, then we just open it out, we've got a nice little base. I'm just going to unfold the sides.
I've actually done this
like, lovely,
with
lovely,
tin
lovely.
foil.
There we have it. So we're going to make a little trivet in the base of our bag to place our fish on. So you can do this, you can obviously make this much bigger and place the whole fish in there. I'm going to do some really nice slices of leek. I'm just going to place those across the bottom and the salmon will sit nice on top of that. 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, just lightly crush it with a knife just to extract the flavour. You can load this up with whatever you fancy. Going to add a couple of slices of lemon. Just going to lay those in and a couple of slices of ginger as well. We're going for like sort of like nice Thai infused flavors with the lemon for the nice freshness. The fish is going to sit on top of that and it's going to steam with the white wine. All the flavors that will be steamed up into the flesh of the fish. So I'm going to shave the fennel and use that as a garnish. So I'll just slice. So for our fennel salad, I'm going to use if this fish is cooked, the skin will easily. The salmon, just a little bit of oil over the top, a little bit of salt. Lastly, just a little bit of kaffir lime oil and citrus zest solution before we confit it very well together. 2 Michelin-star restaurant. It's a confit salmon. What we're going to do is we're going to skin the salmon, remove the bloodline, and we're going to cure the salmon in a salt, sugar, and citrus zest solution before we confit it very lightly and then sear it. We're going to remove the skin at about 3 millimeters above skin line so that we remove as much of the bloodline as possible. Hold your knife nice and flat. So what you're trying to do is like so, is leave the bloodline on the base of the fish. So you have this really perfect piece of salmon. So what I've just done there is remove that little bit of bloodline from there. There's nothing wrong with the bloodline. This is all just about, you know, fine dining, Michelin techniques, just getting it to be perfect. We're also going to move that slightly thin bit of salmon on the belly just to make sure we get a nice even cook. So to make our cure, we're going to start off with a 60% salt and 40% sugar. So 3 parts salt, 2 parts sugar. Also going to grind in some large pepper. A little hack for you, instead of grinding up peppercorns with a pestle and mortar, just open up the grind on your pepper mill. Pretty much the same. Next up, lemon zest and lime zest. The zest is kind of optional. Obviously the salt and the sugar is what you want to firm up the flesh and to help season it, whereas the zest is just purely for flavour. But it will work fine without it. Then we're just going to mix our cure together like so. Then once I've got my cure, just going to lay it all over the salmon, underneath, all over. Just pack it nicely in, make sure you've got the sides. Cure that for 1.5 hours before we wash off the cure. So here's my salmon. It's now been curing. Now I'm going to wash off all this cure in cold running water. So into a pan, I'm going to add my olive oil. I'm going to place the oil into the oven. I've got my oven set to 100 degrees, the lowest setting it will go. I'm going to give my oil 5 minutes just to temper up to the right temperature. After that, we're going to drop our salmon into the oil. So after 5 minutes, I'm just going to remove the oil. Just so the oil should just be coming up to that temperature that the oven's set to. We're going to lower our salmon and then back into the oven for 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, we're going to pull out our salmon. Should now be like just warm.
That's
Because
interesting.
the salmon's cured, we don't need to serve it piping hot. We've got some pickled cucumber here, which has been pickling for 12 hours. So the next stage we're going to do is we're going to get a pan really nice and hot.
Sear
And
it.
we're going to roast our salmon on one side. I'm going to go in with my salmon on the skin side. I'm just going to very lightly push it down. 45 seconds to a minute. Just a light bit of pressure. So we want just a really nice sear on one side. I'm just going to roast this cucumber on one side. And we want to char this really hard. The cucumber can take a lot of charring, and that slight bitterness on the roasting of the cucumber is going to help with the flavour of the dish. Pickled in a basic pickle. That's just sugar, water, vinegar, and salt. Touch of lemon. Okay, so our cucumber's now ready. Going to turn the heat off. Just flip it onto the other side just to warm through slightly. Then we're just going to season the cucumber. Seaweed crumb. Just going to dress it all over the cucumber. This is salmon and seaweed. Just adding different levels of texture. And I've got some lovely pickled lemons here for garnish. Beurre blanc here, which we've made just in the traditional French way. We can show you how to make the beurre blanc in one of our other videos. To our beurre blanc, we're just going to add a little bit of pickled seaweed. To plate up, we're going to add our roasted cucumber to our dish.
That looks so good.
A little bit of Ron's fennel. Followed by our lovely salmon. And then finally our seaweed.
That's a dope looking dish, by the way.
Pickled lemons.
Like that plate.
And we've got a little bit of herb oil just to finish. Beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So number one. I mean, it's delicious. Even if you overcook it slightly, it's still pretty good. En papillote, it's delicious. I mean, it is equally lovely. I almost feel.
Thought this was gonna teach me about carpaccio. I was so wrong.
This salmon carpaccio will be your newest obsession, trust me. It starts with shallots followed by Fresno chilies, capers, a simple wasabi crema, mint, Nobu's dry miso seasoning. It is so good. And
Ti amo. Ti amo. Nice. Yeah, Umberto Tozzi. Ti amo. Is that the original song though? Might make this tomorrow. All right, time to hop off. GG's, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good night.